My question is for you, Dr. Acton. When we hit the surge, do we have an exit strategy? How long after that do you think life will come back to normal? There are parents who are now thinking about, their summer camps for their kids and pools and things like that. Can you give parents any idea how long of a time you think that will happen after the surge? Thank you.
Yeah, this is something I live with, this question, so I relate to parents. Not that my kids are small enough to be at home, but my husband is a teacher, and his principal is doing these videos from home now, and they're all getting a little antsy as well. And so I wish I could give you hope about your summer, but the truth is, if we're really looking at this peaking in the May time area, it's because we are flattening that curve, which is exactly what we have to do to have the flexibility of hospital resources that we need for all of us. It's also going to be a slow, flat top, and then it's going to slowly go back down again. And we have, with the Lieutenant Governor, I have created a task force, a group of people who are only looking really at what that recovery will look like. We're bringing together some of the best researchers and data scientists, so both the folks who have been working on the modeling that we've been using now, but also people that are health economists and sociologists and all sorts of folks who are saying, what will that look like? We know you have to have 5 key components to begin the slow removal of the social distancing. And those components include things like having adequate testing and a really good snapshot of the cases you have, and therefore being able to show that the cases are now very low, so the bottom part of the curve, and then also staying stable. You have to have all the gear, the protective gear that you need so that your healthcare workers stay safe and there aren't resurgences in nursing homes and high-risk areas. You have to have that capacity of your hospital stabilized and built out. And there are a number of other factors that go into that. Again, beautiful, I know Scott Gottlieb had done a report that's recently out. People can take a look at that. There are numerous folks weighing in on that exit strategy or recovery. But I have to say, to be very realistic and honest, this will not be a switch that you flip and life goes back to normal. It really will be a gradual returning, and in some ways, because we still don't have a vaccine or treatment, life will be different for quite some time to come, and maybe in some ways that are permanent, but also ways that are good. Some of the things that we are doing, we really needed to be doing well to prevent infection all along. So we're going to see gradual in and gradual out.
Yeah, I could add to that. Dr. Acton and I and the governor talk about this stuff all the time, about how we're going to solve the problems that we have now and then how we look out to the future and how we're going to deal with those things. That's why I continue to say that for businesses, understand even when we ease our way out of this, you're going to have to continue to be part of the solution by offering safe workplace environment, to really focus on the cleanliness and the hygiene and the spacing and the testing and the tracking of this information. This will all be part of an exit strategy. It's not going to be like flipping a switch. It's just not going to happen, overnight, where there's a day that we're all going to go back to normal. It's going to be an easing out, probably a lot slower than we ease. We didn't really ease in. We kind of flipped the switch to get this thing going to shut down the spread, but it will be an easing back in over time.